Mary here with Hyson Grows, and tonight we're going to check a couple of eggs that looked like maybe they were developing that I had put in the first batch that I put in my big cabinet incubator. So we're going to check them. They were too dark. I couldn't really see into them really good, but it looked like maybe something was going on in there, so I left them in. And they're going to be hatching pretty soon, so we're going to check this out. Alrighty, I am candling the couple of eggs that I thought maybe are fertile, might have something going on in them that I left in the incubator. And as you can see, I can see an air cell. The rest of the egg is real dark. So, but that's a hopeful sign. And what I have here is I have my 2500 lumen work light with the paper towel roll on top, and then I used a towel kind of around the base to help block more of the light from coming out. And my fingers over the top because it is super bright. So let's see what the other egg looks like. Okay. I can see some air cell on this one also. I still cannot tell for sure if there's actual development in there. I mean, it sort of looks like there's movement, but I can't really tell if that's just a weirdness in the video or what, because I'm not really seeing it in real life, but it's really hard to see. So, but it does sort of look like there's movement. So we're going to set these guys up to hatch. Those eggs were set the 13th of March, and they're due on April 3rd. And I'm going to, instead of just setting my cabinet incubator up to hatch just 2 eggs, and those are still iffy maybes, I'm going to show you how you would do this in your foam incubator. So this would be the same thing whether you were using the more modern style foam incubator like this one from Farm Innovators, or if you were using the old school styrofoam one with just the wafer thermostat. Now this has not been running, so I just turned it on. I'm gonna wait a little bit for it to heat up before I put the eggs in. But we're going to do a couple of things while we're waiting for that. If you had eggs in your turner, what you're going to do is you're going to take them all out, put them over in a carton or a flat, because you're going to take this turner out, and that's going to be a lot easier with less risk to the eggs if they're not in it when you move it. Okay, so we're just going to lift the turner straight up out of the incubator. This turner fits really snugly in this incubator, so I just got to kind of work it a little bit, trying to get it straight up so I don't like rip the foam or anything. And you can see that would be kind of hard to do if you had eggs in here too. It'd be real heavy if it was completely full of eggs. And this has been unplugged, so we're just going to take it out and set it over to the side, out of our way. Too much stuff and not enough space. Ugh. Okay. Now, we want our humidity to come up to about 50% for hatching. One of the things I usually do is I usually put down a little piece of perforated shelf liner in here. I think I have some in the other incubator, which is empty right now, so I'll go get that. But one of the things we're going to do is we're going to be putting some water in these little cells down in the bottom. But you want to watch out because, see if it'll focus. There it is. I'm trying to show you. There is a little hole. Usually, I think it's in all 4 corners of these little foam incubators. So you can't actually put water in the outside part out here, because it will just run out those holes in the bottom. And those holes need to be there because that's part of your air circulation for your gas exchange for your eggs. So we're just going to put water in these middle parts. And right now, I think I will just maybe put some in the center part of the tray. I have a big old jug of water. I could have used a little bit less. I don't want to put too much and get it too humid. They need about 50 to 60% at this stage. And we need to keep it in that range until they start hatching. And as the chicks break their shells open, the moisture from them being in the eggshell, being in their wet, as it starts to evaporate off their bodies, then they're going to raise the humidity too. Okay, I've laid my shelf liner in here on the bottom of the incubator, and you want to make sure you use perforated shelf liner, not solid, because you need the air to circulate. And this is another trick for raising humidity in these little incubators. I have just the lid of a yogurt container and a sponge. And I wet the sponge, and there's a little bit more water there in the yogurt container, and that will help raise our humidity too. Just want to make sure that little blue thing and that other black wire, those are the temperature and humidity sensors. So you just want to make sure that they aren't sitting in any water or anything like that. Okay. I was trying to figure out why that humidity wouldn't go up above 22%. Realized that the lid was not down properly, so that ought to be coming up here in a minute. But we're just going to set our eggs in here in the middle, where we can see them pretty good and where they will be close to the sensors. Everything together. Make sure my lid is down good. It is okay. So our humidity has come up to 50%. We want to keep it around that neighborhood until the eggs start to pip, or the chick is pecking its way out of the shell. Fingers crossed. Alrighty, it's the next morning, and I'm just checking this incubator, and we're a little bit cool, but the light is on, indicating that the heater has come on, so should be all right. And our humidity is up to 56%, so that's good. Our eggs are due to hatch tomorrow. So exciting. Can't wait to see if these babies really come out. Do y'all hear that? Do you hear it? Oh my goodness, let's see. Oh, we have a baby. Hi, baby. Good morning. I really wasn't sure that that there was anybody going to hatch when I went to bed last night, because they were due yesterday. But we have a baby. Wee-haw. I will wait. We have one more egg in here, and I'm not sure if it's doing anything. If not, I might pick up a few chicks at the store just to keep that one baby company, because I don't have more eggs hatching for a week or so. But hi, baby. We want to let it stay in there until it gets dry and fluffy.